We are live.
All right, Franklin. Who's our featured co-host? Oh, wait, this is not a break.
We still have some giveaways. We'll still give away some dead draw tickets throughout the stream.
Nice, nice. No, but we're gonna be definitely trying some new stuff now. It was a big hurdle. Well, not hurdle. It was a big accomplishment getting the whatchamacallit live the token and the town halls and leveling up. It took a lot of focus from the team, but now that that's live, it's really time to get the next set of features out for the community. And there's a lot of requests. There's a lot of requests, business requests that we want done that maybe the community doesn't, want as much as we do, but we need it to help keep on growing the project. May not be as flashy, but they're still important. But one thing that everybody's talking about is the district buildings. Hold on a second. Is the district buildings? Hold on. Which is good because the district buildings, brings everybody together, but it also can help point other parts of the game in a certain direction. There's a lot of conversations we had in Discord around making sure the district buildings work for everybody in the district, as well as maybe producing a higher rate for yield for earning in the buildings in events, stuff like that. So, we're definitely going to be having events and stuff. So maybe that's a way to tie into the district buildings and, the idea of allowing, skilled workers and like energy mines and building materials to actually yield faster. Is something that we're planning on doing. But is that something that we leverage through a district building? Is it through a one-time use item that gets crafted from around specific resources? There's so many different ways to take it. So it's important to really flush out what the community wants from the buildings. We don't need to say, hey, it needs to be a log cabin or it needs to be a library or whatever. But if you understand what the gaming mechanic is behind
Yeah,
it, and
yeah,
then like Rich and the art team can make that a Novopangea building that has that power for the district. So I definitely want to flush out these buildings with the community, get their feedback, and kind of help guide it and put it together on a roadmap for the community.
yeah.
What's going on,
And on
blockchain?
and on top of all that, that big center block on some of these full districts looks a little bare. We need to put something else in there.
We do, we do, we do. So you want me to share my screen? I was sharing it before. What
Yeah, you
happened to
got
it?
it shared. I pulled mine up while I was just browsing. You had the marketplace pulled up, so I was just browsing around while you were talking about the district centers. I was pulling up some of the different ones and looking at them.
All
You
right.
ready for me to show your screen again?
Yeah, let's definitely do that. Yeah, let's do that. I
All
gotta
right,
figure out where I wrote my notes though. Hold on one second. Actually, show yours for a second. I gotta find something real quick.
all right. My screen's back up.
All right, yeah. I had a little high level thing I made today for the community. So let me get that up again. What's going on, squad? I'm glad you're here. Yeah, but we're gonna do a lot more of these brainstorming sessions. This is not Mike Criotti, Warwick, John's, Rich, Franklin's game. This is the community's game. So we're
Yes,
gonna, you know, work on ideas together and flush them out.
me and Scroll's been talking a little bit in DMs. I've got to carve out some time for him. We've been talking about social media stuff and a
Yeah,
social
man, he's a
media
monster.
presence. So
He's a fucking beast. He's a
yeah,
monster, man. You know how I think I'm good at TikTok? His TikTok was like 100 times better than mine.
really.
What's going on? I am going viral right now. I posted a new video on my family one, and it has 150,000 views and it's climbing. So keep an eye on that one. It's definitely growing. You can send it over to me now, Frank.
All right.
I see Van's here.
Yeah, he said, "Thank God it's
Van,
not my.
I
Thank
gotta
God it's
show
not
you.
mine. Thank God it's not my game. This is
Yeah.
true.
Hey Van, so we're working on this for you right now. I was working on this today. This is a wireframe for the bulk action to send skilled workers. to work. I know we know a lot of people are gonna ask for, I want to send to my food facility first, then my building materials, and energy mine, or vice versa. So we'll allow the users to be able to prioritize what building order, and if they just want in their own buildings or other people's buildings, they have a check marks. We're gonna start these things. We're gonna start using local storage and cookies to save your settings, so you don't always have to change it in the future. That's actually a pet peeve of mine that I have to do every single day, and it's annoying to me. So I'm sure it's annoying to everybody else. So we're gonna start leveraging that. But yeah, I'll get into this more in the future. But it's a lot. I'm just letting you know, there's a lot more business rules than the best one, just because of feedback we got on the best one. Different people want to have it by, I want to send my workers to rest for the fastest amount of time versus the cheapest. So everybody has different priorities, so we want to make it a little bit more configurable for you. So it should happen soon. Awesome. Yeah, and Squan, I definitely want to hook you up with John. He's we're doing a lot of work right now on our onboarding flow. I know you had some great feedback on it, so I want to hook you up with John. He's one of the co-founders, and maybe him and you can do a little a little walkthrough screen share, and then you can kind of give him your feedback and ideas, because he's helping collect our information about everybody's feedback, so we can kind of understand how we got to tweak different things, new copy, new videos, whatever, for the onboarding, just to help our users out. Awesome. All right, we got some good people here, man. 10 people. I'm happy. That's enough to get going. So just so you guys know, the high level mechanics of what we're going to be doing for the district buildings is that these district buildings will be unlocked as the town halls level up. Most of us is already at town hall level 2. I think our first district building will automatically show up with level 2. But one thing we're also going to be doing is the ability for districts combined to actually level up these district buildings. So for example, say a district building allows the food facility to mine at 5% higher rate, right? And maybe that's level 1. But then when the district upgrades that to level 2, maybe now it's 10% or 20%. So we're definitely gonna keep that going. So not only do you upgrade your town hall, you can also upgrade these district buildings to unlock even more for that district. And then one thing that a lot of people gave us was last week when we were talking in the game suggestion channel is they felt they wanted to make sure the district building was a positive for everybody in district, not just the people who have staked the most. So anybody who is part of that district, they should be able to reap the benefits, which I think is great. And it is, like I was saying, it's incentive for people from out of district to come to your district to work. So when we introduce that tax layer, you'll make it more attractive, your district, and the tax layer will go to that district to give out to the users in there. So that is coming up. Alrighty. So this is, I want to just, I went through all our notes and our discords, and I kind of wrote down just the buildings that people have talked about. And then I think we should definitely just chat about other people's ideas for buildings, just different building types, and if we want, we can flush them out more if we have time. Actually, Frank, is there a way we can have more people join, at least in audio? They don't have to show their face on camera if they don't want to, through our Discord. So it's more of a conversation than just
I'm thinking
reading comments.
Yeah, let me look. I think we can do a stage, and
we can use a Google Hangout and just share the whole screen.
Let's see. Let me look.
He's looking to that. So I'll go over the buildings that we talked about. One big thing was around like district missions or events building. I personally would be excited for that, because I know that would get everybody excited to like have actually more to do. And then obviously if they did the events and they'll get rewards back. Another thing that people always talk about is an overflow bank for when users do not have enough storage. So basically what happens, if you guys are not aware, say your say your building materials is full, and then people are putting skilled workers in your buildings when you're not there. So you lose them. You basically lose them. So what the idea here that everybody's asking for is it goes into a central bank, whatever vault inside of the district, and then the whole district together can collectively have it, and then we can find a way to distribute that amongst the district. That could actually tie into events too, if we really combine it, which is an idea somebody had. Somebody mentioned having a bar, having a district bar for chats, for chatting and for fights. Um, I don't know, but that sounds fun. Another one somebody mentioned was a gallery to customize the district look. A lot of people are asking for different backgrounds, sounds, animations inside a district. So maybe there's a control panel or like a building where whoever has the most, I guess, tokens in that district can actually configure it to the likings. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a more of incentive to be the highest token. And one thing, Franklin, that we need to do is come up with a name. And Rich gave me some suggestions so we can talk through it this week in Discord of what are we going to call the person in each district that is the leader. We're not going to call it the mayor or the governor. We need a novel name. So we're going to be voting on that. And then, on top of it for the realm. So whoever has the highest, right now it would just be tokens. Eventually we'll have a player score. Across the realm, there might be called like the token bearer. I don't know. Rich has some suggestions, and we'll figure that out together as a community what everybody thinks is the best. But I think that would be fun too. Like I mentioned, a lot of people talked about buildings that increases yield. I know Frank, you had some good ideas about that when we talked off camera. And then obviously an arenas with PvP. Does anybody else, while Franklin is looking into that, does anybody else have any ideas for any buildings you would like to see? Just put them in the chat right now, and we can talk through them.
I looked at making another channel for that. If we did that, we'd have to leave this one to go to that one, and there wouldn't be any video. So I think the easiest way to do it would be just to invite if anybody wants to talk on stream, and they don't have to show themselves. They would just join this call with us, and
yeah, do that.
And we would just have you here on this call with us. That would be it.
So what should I do? Just DM you, Franklin, on Discord?
Yeah, you can do that, and or just in the chat, say, yeah, DM me on Discord and say you would like to join and get on here and chat on stream, and I can add you to this group, and then all you'd have to do is just join this, and we'd pop you up. All it would show would be your avatar on the screen. Is all it would show if you don't enable your camera.
And everybody, we don't have to really worry about just X amount of tiles in here, because the cool thing about this, we can always put district buildings on the outside of the map too. Like you could put some over here if we need to, etc. So there's a lot of different things we can do. Maybe a building that makes residential rates 1% cheaper while still giving on the same amount. Let me copy and paste this. Hold on a second. Maybe best to do this on the Twitch here, so I can copy and paste easier. All right, cool. Much easier. All right, cool. Anybody else have any good ideas?
Yeah, any ideas? Fat Road Sushi said bar fights looks like Franklin will be busy. You'd be busy too. You're my deputy.
So
it's me and you in District 10.
For me, with you guys is it okay, in your eyes, who's on this chat, if like for instance, if we have district buildings that everybody in the district can take advantage of, but not everybody in that district is staking to the town hall, is that okay with you, or is that going to upset you guys? Because I know some people at the beginning of our project was extremely against that. A lot, but those people who are against that, I don't really see them that often in Discord. And then recently, everybody's saying it's okay. I just want to get you guys' feedback on that, just so we know. Smoke.
Maybe a small percentage to find some obsidian while working your land.
What does that mean, Fat Susie? Can you go into more details with that? Man, get rid of this guy.
I'm working
Franklin.
on it.
Who's this? We got some street. We got some. There we go. There we go. We don't got time for that nonsense. What do you mean by fat building? Oh,
I think he's talking about like I don't know, maybe me and you were talking about once before about what to do. Some of these players who have a ton of land without the buildings on them, who just went hard on land. Like me, I've probably got 20 pieces of land that I don't use for anything. Maybe he's talking about like having one skilled worker farm that piece of land with a dice roll chance of getting obsidian from it.
Okay, so Van had a good note of benefits for renters. That's one thing that we were talking about, Van, when it comes to the player's score, because we're really pushing community base, is that when you do an action that is community driven, like I rent my land from somebody else, or I put a skill worker in another building, the XP that the player will earn will be like maybe 1.2 times or 1.3 times than if they did it to their own building. So I see where you're going with that, and I think we can come up with some incentives, even if it's around just like events and missions inside that district. Rent out whatever, like 50 plots of land to somebody else. Something like that. I see that.
Training ground
for PvP characters. You go train similar to rest, champion of the district, best stats characters in district. Will help give buffs to the other characters who train with them. Last for their next battle only. So yeah, I totally understand that. I played a lot. Don't Laugh at Me Pokemon for Game Boy. And I know there was an option in Pokemon where you can just drop off your Pokemon at somebody's location and for whatever, you can come back whenever you want, and that person will be training it for leveling up. So I think that's kind of the same way, and I'm totally on board with that, Mikey Dubs.
That's one thing I think a lot of players are excited about is the PvP coming in the future.
District has a building that gives a small percent more. Gotcha. Yeah, I think that is honestly, Fat Road. I think that is probably the most requested building type. It's how to unlock the ability for districts to yield more. I've been torn about different ways to do this. Franklin had a good idea with beacons, that like you can put a beacon within the map, and then like X amount of tiles around it can actually take advantage of that beacon, of that higher rate. That was a very cool suggestion that he mentioned, and an advantage on top of that says, well, if you hold the beacon, maybe you get a percentage of that additional rate, which is actually another good idea. And then I also had the idea, I was thinking about the realm specific resources, where it can make a one-time use item for it, but I think people kind of get annoyed with that. So yeah, I think we definitely need to figure out a building type that can help increase those rates. I really do. That's what the most, like Jay-Z said the same thing. A lot of people in Discord mentioned that same thing. So it's gonna have to happen. Ah, come on, Mikey Dubs. Well, Fat Road Sushi. You know, I think what I was saying before is I wouldn't really worry about the space here, because we're eventually gonna be doing stuff. Well, if we have time, we would love to give the district more spacing so you can see and zoom in, so you can see the map better, you can see the buildings better, but we can actually put buildings on the outside, on the outskirts. It's not the end of the world, right? We're limited in the amount of 200 land plots we have for the because that's the game. We have 200 land plots for district, but we can always add more buildings on the outside. That we can figure that out. But yeah, we just can't add more buildings in here. So I can't like make the center bigger, because then where's those extra buildings coming from? But we can add some here if we need to.
Tyrant says, wasn't there a discussion before about farms? I'm assuming he's talking about we keep hearing about creature farms. You're talking about creature farms.
So creature farms, this is something that Woke was obsessed about. So when we get to PvP, there would be like a creature farm for, I would assume his idea was for training the creature, kind of like what Mikey P said before. Or resting. So that's probably where you go there, like in Zelda and other games where the horses stables are. That'll be the creature farms. The question would be, is that a district building, or is that something that, we only have like 100 of these, not 100, like probably like 30 or 20 of these NFTs, like super, super rare NFTs, because now that we have limited land, guys, we can have some of these buildings be very, very rare NFTs. So if you get these NFT buildings, you can, you will be the ones who control it and, figure out those settings and everything else. So that's a question that, Frank, we're going to have to determine. Some of the stuff like the creature farms, is that going to be an NFT building owned by a player, or is that going to be something that is going to be a district thing?
You see, like we've got, you can decide whether to have just a few of the resource buildings and residential buildings, or you can have a ton of them. Maybe we have some buildings that you only need one for your entire account. One building, it takes up one square and serves a purpose for your playing. And maybe that's all you need. Maybe each like the creature farms, maybe you have 100 of them and there's a limit of one per account. And those 100 accounts get a creature farm, and that's it.
So, Fat Road Sushi, what you just mentioned, would be cool if one sabotage in our district. I agree. I absolutely agree. I've been thinking about this. I wonder how the rest of the community would be. Like, for instance, I'm just going to throw an idea that I had. Like, when you said sabotage in our district, maybe there's a way where, like, I could own a land claim in, Mikey Dub's time realm. I could say, I'm sick of time realm. I'm going to own a land claim there, but I put my thing there. And maybe that causes a brownout on those buildings around me for X amount of hours. Because I know Mikey Dubs and Zim go at it.
Yeah.
I would see Mikey Dubs doing something like that to Zim. I don't know how the rest of the community would feel about that. I do not know. If everybody's gonna get mad at each other about that stuff. But like it could be like instead of increasing the yield, maybe there's something that you could do or whatever to make the buildings mine a lot slower.
Yeah.
And really screw over the building owner. I think
time realm sabotage would be to make all the buildings in that entire district mine at double the time rate. Since it's time realm, instead of it taking 12 hours for a shift, it takes 24 hours for a shift.
I think that's a fun idea. I don't know what everybody else thinks about that. That's a totally different conversation. But I think, I really like Novopangea because it's to me, I like fun and strategy and stuff, and me just doing clicks and earning obsidian and energy mines and stuff like that. Like I feel progress, and that progress makes me
Yeah.
happy, whether I'm cleaning the dishes or doing something else. Um, but I wonder how everybody else, because there's a lot of people who play this game for other reasons, and I wonder how they will feel by that really affecting their spreadsheets. But these games are designed, for fun, right? Too. That's one thing a lot of people have asked about for fun. So I really like that idea, Fat World Sushi. Um, I think we can explore it more. We can get more people's feedback. Yeah, I think that's a very good idea. What does everybody else in the chat think about his idea around being able to sabotage? Like, would you be mad if like there was somebody sabotage your district, so like X amount of your buildings are like couldn't work for X amount of time? How would that like?
I think it would
Would
be
that affect
cool.
you?
I think it would be really cool. I would say put something in place to keep it from just constantly happening over and over and over again with no break. Like this district has been sabotaged once within the past 36 hours. It cannot be sabotaged again for another, X amount of hours. Yeah, Van says that opens up the door to bullying. That's why I said, have some kind of cool down in between sabotage events. Or say you
Yeah. So
can't,
like
or say like you
after
can't sabotage the same. You can't sabotage the same district twice in a row. You have to go to a different district to sabotage a different one.
that makes sense. That
Something
makes
like
sense.
that.
Like if you got sabotaged, when the sabotage is over, you can't sabotage this for like another like 72 hours or something like that.
Right.
And maybe we can have round specific resources that can get rid of sabotage or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's that's fun. I kind of think that's fun. Um, we're true on it. I think that's a great idea. Fat O Sushi.
Yeah. It's like he said. It's supposed to be
Um,
for fun, and it would help. It would help push the jabbing in Discord too, because that's all I love reading, folks poking back and forth. As long as it, and every time it's happened, it's never gotten personal. It's always been for fun. I enjoy it.
you give the members a 3-day cooldown to vote on which talent they'd want for the district. Yeah, we could do that, Fat World Sushi. Yeah, so like yeah, yeah, exactly. So what if there's a way you can also stake stuff to protect you on it? I think that's a great idea. I think that would have to be something that we would do. That would have to be something we do. If they can get sabotaged, you should be able to a way to defend it. Let me copy and paste these ideas. That's a good idea, both of you.
Make sure you get Van's latest one. Change the graphics. Be great, hilarious. A sabotage to make everybody's buildings look like hot dogs.
To be honest with that, Van, I was on stream with it was that Neon crew, and they had a very good idea. Is what if people could have their building kind of customized, right? And maybe they put their logo on it or something. But this is the same thing. It'll be the same amount of code, right? Whether it's a logo for like another whatever or a hot dog, that could be funny. That could be funny. We just gotta make sure it's nothing X-rated. We need that app that guy from Silicon Valley invented. I don't know if anybody's seen that show.
Farrell Sushi says he likes the talent tree idea. That'd be good.
Let's flush to the talent 3 idea.
When I hear when I hear about talent trees, I always go back to I've played World of Warcraft on and off for years since it came out, and you got talent trees in there, and you just take a different path on what you want to be more effective than other things. So specialize in food production or specialize in energy production, um, and you could pay a certain amount of Novo to clear your talent tree and start over, choosing new talents.
Mm-hmm. So that this
Specialize
doesn't
in
have to do with
sabotage defense.
sabotage. This is just a talent tree to choose, like, say, hey, I want my talent tree to for the X amount of hours mine energy at a higher rate or mine food at a higher rate. Is that my understanding
Yeah,
correctly,
so
Frank?
so so like you would have a selection like, and I'm just picturing it in my head like a tier one talent would be, you can choose which of the choose that you want to specialize in one of the three resources, and then pay amount of Novo to get to the second tier of the talent tree, and then that second tier is whether you
Gotcha.
want to make your sabotages more powerful or be able to defend against sabotages better. Um, and then go
Gotcha.
on down to the third tier, and it'd be something else. And then the further down into the tree you get, the deeper you get into that tree, the more impactful the selections are that you choose for the talents, for your it could be for your district or for your account. So like, yeah, Mikey Dubs said 5% increase of energy and food material production at level 3, but it gets expensive to get there.
Mm-hmm. Blockchain as AF. What's it said what AF stands for? You can change your home district by clicking on a town hall and clicking a button. You'll be locked for 30 days. You won't be able to change it again. So if I try to click here, I can't change mine for another 15 days. Because I'm District 1. That prevents people from trying to game to go to different districts when we start adding events and stuff like that. And just so you guys know, like the people with the building, the house next to it, that means this is a home district, and this means that this person actually just staked. And I know who this is. I guess he was very, very generous to District 2. Just to let you know that he is supporting that district. So when we do events, the way that I'm envisioning it right now is, it works for anybody who will be in this list. So if you play in all these different districts, you should be able to reap the rewards from the entire district. I was Tyrant's question mentioned. How about separate area where we can send workers for a chance to mine obsidian or some other original resource or battle? Can you go on in more detail, Tyrant, about that?
That's an interesting idea. Send workers for a chance to win NFTs or resources.
No, so blockchain AF, if you're changing realms, your buildings, the buildings are realm specific. So you won't be able to use a light building over in time, etc. You can move it across districts, but not different realms.
Yeah, you can move to different districts within your realm, but not to a completely new realm. Yeah, Sybaris,
Uh,
I'll post this to I'll answer you since you said your sound is messed up. I'll type the answer. Yes, we'll post to YouTube.
we'll see what else Tyrant has to say about this one. Yeah, so Fat Road, that's very interesting, right? I was talking to, I think it was your daddy, yesterday about this. Do the skilled workers, are they used to for battle? You know, the whole idea of PvP was, that's when we really get to introduce Vibora and Umana and everybody else. But you know, for the, for battling each other, destroying each other's districts, sabotaging each other's district, which I kind of still think could be more fun. You know, could it be the skilled workers? Like he was mentioning, good suggestions, like the skilled workers, do they become warriors? Maybe you can add noble to them, and you can kind of craft them into being also a warrior besides a worker. And maybe you put them, you stake them as a defense for your district. So if somebody does try to sabotage you, you have X amount of those guys to defend you. But if they're defending you, maybe they can't mine for you. I don't know. Those are I guess something we have to figure out. But that is a decent pivot. But if the community thinks it's more fun, I don't think it's like a ridiculous amount of work compared to other features that everybody's requested. I like the idea actually a lot. I need to catch up. Let me copy and paste his too.
I love all these ideas because it keeps continually pushing this more and more towards a full-fledged game. That it's
No, it does.
it's more than just clicking to gain resources, which is what everybody on Wax has been waiting for. It's something that's more than just a clicker. I mean, you're still clicking, but you're developing strategy to do things like sabotage or fighting other folks. And
Yes, blockchain AF. If you're in Earth Realm 7, so it's Earth District 7. Realms are Earth, Water, Shadow, but District. If you're in Earth District 7, you can take it 1 through 6. Yes, you can. Or a chance to increase the level of your worker. So, if it fails, the worker dies.
it burns the card. It burns it, and you've got to go get another one.
Man, I would so do that. Man, they would kill me. Oh my God!
Hey, that's the risk you have to take.
Oh my God! Would you guys do that? Would you take that risk? Maybe like it downgrade you a level, but it can also take your card. That's good for us because you have to get more cards. But oh man,
Fat Rolled Sushi doesn't want to lose his cards. He says maybe not die, but a cooldown for a week.
Oh man, that's fun. That's fun. I'm copying that one. Tyron likes that too. Train skill worker to be a specialist. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want to do that for the war stuff, I like the kind of risk and reward.
We had talked about with PvP that your weapons and stuff, you will have weapon NFTs that you've got that'll break that will have to be repaired.
Yeah, when we get to that stuff, we're definitely gonna need like a blacksmith to repair, upgrade, etc. Yes, and that's again a question that we need to figure out. Is that going to be a individual building, but district building? Extra bonuses to production of us, a small chance of getting a super rare realm specific resource once the dirt is applied to the land claim. Yes. Yes, that's another thing that we actually talked about too. But I kind of think you guys would game it. Like if you put down a land plot, is there random rewards like Novo or something else if you got lucky enough to put a land claim on an empty plot of land, But I could see some people the whole day just moving the land plots around to find it because we made it the ability for you guys to change land plots. So we kind of had to get rid of that idea. The supply is burned so the workers become more valuable. Yeah. And that's the thing. Blockchain F. We kind of want what we don't want just whale supply. We want I don't know if we can ever get the free model in our game. Only way, let me know what your guys' thoughts about this. is around the free model, because I've been wrapping my head around this for I think since October.
We've
Looking at
tossed
all
the
different
idea
ways.
around. Yeah, we've tossed the idea around left and right for months about whether to do some type of free to play or not.
And the best proposal that because the thing for us, right, the free model obviously is gonna take dev hours, and dev hours are the most precious resource we have, besides food facilities. And but what was I gonna say? Oh man, I said a brain fart. Um, how do us as game owners monetize it, right? And we were looking at the ads models, but we just won't have enough daily active users to make the ad model really really worth it. Um, and then so are these free players? Are they gonna? Is the hopes that they put more money into eventually buy tokens, or whatnot. So we really need to think through that, and I love to know your guys ideas, and yeah. So like, and people will be trying to game it, right? If we give them like a free unskilled worker, now somebody create 100 accounts and put unskilled workers into their real account building, so they always have skilled workers going in there. There's so many ways to think about gaming it. The only idea that came across for the free model that I think would be the best one, and the feedback is a way for like kind of what you guys call scholarship programs, Frank,
Yeah,
where individuals can rent out their NFTs to other players to play, and then they can like split the resources earned in the game to continue.
we
For
kind of we
me,
we kind of discussed that a little bit with TD on that stream when
we
he was on
did,
with us.
because that's something like when we were talking with TD on
Yeah,
his stream. He would be interested in that because he doesn't have time to play the game, but he loves to have his community play with his NFTs. Like that would be a fantastic idea. For me, I have obviously every realm cards, because I'm obsessed. But I really only play my light, space, and shadow cards. I really sorry, Mikey Dubs. I did not do any really work in a time district. I would put my time cards there so somebody else could use them. You know what I mean? Because right now they're just sitting there because I
right.
don't have the time to, no pun intended, to actually to work with them.
That's
So
one of the
that would
reasons
be,
why I
I think,
got so.
the
That's one of the
initial idea.
reason. That's one of the reasons why I swapped out a bunch of my time stuff for Light Realm stuff because it got time consuming bouncing between the two realms to try to do it, along with doing everything else.
Like we can turn a skilled worker into a warrior, but a level 3 can only produce. Okay, Fat Road Sushi. So you're leaning to this idea too of that stuff, and like I said, that was what your dad said to me the other day too. So multiple people are thinking the same concept.
So, reading what Fat Roll Sushi said, what he's saying is they could still do skilled worker stuff if they're not fighting, but they don't produce as much because they're specialized as a warrior. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, I kind of like that idea. I kind of like that idea.
So you take a hit, you take a small hit for how much they produce in a resource building, but they in turn they gain some fighting ability for PvP.
Yep. Oh, just so you guys know, light round people, we added the skill workers in here, the additional skill workers in here. Just so you guys know, we took them from Nefty.
Yeah, we're not just
So
pulling
Nefty
them.
has
We're not.
75
Yeah,
left.
we're
Put them in
we're,
there.
we're not just pulling them out of the hat. We took them
No.
from the Nifty drop.
Well, the question is like, what's more exciting for you all? Is it like the PvP where we're using the heroes and you can craft different armor and weapons with the heroes, or is it this kind of idea of attacking each other's districts? Both of them to me are fun ideas.
I just say I think it's all of it. A little bit of all. Oh, Neon Space NFT is rating with a
Also
party
Neon
of
Space.
41.
Well, this is good. You guys be part of our brainstorming session.
Yes, this is what it's
So,
all about. Tell
and
us.
I know they already gave us some good ideas we talked about today. What's going on, Princess Phoenix?
Guys, if you ain't following us, make sure you follow us. We got a huge pack break coming up in 2 days. Our 50th pack break.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, Poppin' Stock just followed us.
Nice.
Zuler, where you been? You been over there hanging out with Neon Space?
Nah, he's been in here.
Has he? I haven't seen him been chatting.
Yeah. What blockchain say? So what I've been doing is I have my home as Earth and I have a bunch of land and buildings. Then I have a bunch of workers in other realms that I just work in other people's buildings. Is that a good strategy or should I revise? I can't really answer strategies because I'm one of the co-founders. But Franklin can technically answer that strategy question. I can't.
Yeah, they don't invite me to their inner circle chats. I see them on Slack sometimes in a huddle, and I'm like, man. Yeah, they don't tell me as much.
So, Mikey Dubs, you're talking about using like your Miko character in PvP? Oh man, Mikey Dubs. That's a good question.
What do you say?
I think he wants to use his Miko character.
Oh, use the PFPs from the story to be the champion. Well, I thought that was like the original plan, kind of, to start with. I think that's what we had discussed.
That was never discussed with me, Franklin.
Okay, well, never mind then. It was never discussed.
Because
maybe I'm dreaming.
I'm trying to think of like the implementation of that and how much design work that's going to need to be done for that. But like it's obviously a great idea. We're definitely going to be doing, since we have the PvPFPs, a little spoiler is we're going to be trying to release them next month. So the PFPs will have game utility. It's more of next month we're going to be adding some leaderboards because you guys have been asking for leaderboards, and the PFPs will be avatar in it. So basically, wherever we see a username, we'll let you throw the PFP right next to it, so you can see it, as well as like in the town hall districts, leaderboards. So that would be fun. So we'll get there, and then it's still gonna have the use for the story stuff.
Yeah, see you guys at the end of the month, Neon Space NFT. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Appreciate it.
For you on break. If I was to say, elect to have a building donate a percentage of the resources to the town hall, and that's used for We copy paste that idea. Okay, Fat Road Sushi. Fat Road Sushi's a brainstorming wizard, huh?
Yeah.
This guy loves it. I love it. I'm glad you're here.
We'll have to do more of these brainstorming sessions.
Yeah, this is this was a district, but I think this is turned to general, which is actually even better in my eyes right now because it's our first one. But what do you guys when I talked about the kind of the free play model, what are your thoughts? I didn't see any answers around. Would you rent out your NFTs to someone else and then split the earned resources? Would that be something as an NFT owner you'll be interested in doing? Because that is dev work. It's quite a bit of dev work. Because obviously everybody will want to be able to adjust how much. Maybe it's you earn 40%, 20%, etc. Does that mean you can only have one person can use one other person's NFTs, or can they actually play with three different people's NFTs?
Yeah, there's so much to think about there. I mean,
Yeah,
because
well, you also want to be
you
able to
got
see as the renter, you want to be able to see how well this person's doing, how long they have to do it. Can I fire them if they're not doing anything? There's a lot of things we'll have to flush out. So
yeah.
it's not just dev work; it's a lot of work for the UI team, the design team, and come with requirements. Um,
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking for somebody who's got, you know, 5 buildings and a fistful of skilled workers, it might be a whole different thing than someone like Van. Van may need, you know, 4 or 5 people. He may want to just take and rent out all of Light Realm to one person and all of
Mhm.
Time Realm to another person.
So blockchain would be interested in that. Yeah, well, he would be one of the users, power users. I think blockchain would too. Um,
Yeah,
so that's Van. That is the question, right? So the benefit of that in my eyes, and it's currently it's not a backlog. It's lower than a lot of other stuff. But in a way it will get higher in the backlog is if it is going to drive a lot more users. If it can drive us new users that can
yeah,
help the game and benefit everybody in the community, that's why it will get increased. If we don't feel it's going to drive um new users, we're sending a survey out because last month, guys, we had about like 200 people, actually more like 250 people sign up for Novopangea and not play the game. And I'm just gonna be transparent with you guys. So we're sending them out a survey to understand why. Like maybe onboarding was too confusing, wasn't straightforward enough, didn't know what to do. All that feedback's important to us, because we can add videos, we can give better copy and images. Say, hey, you play this way, you need to get this X, Y, and Z. Or these people just signing up and they want to play for free. They want the free play. Um, so we need to be identify that because those extra 200 users, how much more beneficial will they be for the game? You would rather sell the assets to people. How would that work, Van? In a free to play model. Zula says not worth in his opinion. I'll create something less than a harder worker. Yeah, so Zula, we may need to flush that out more. Like, we always call it jokingly an unskilled worker. And that's another the user, if it's free for the free play model, they obviously can't sell it on secondary. But we would have to figure out how we can handle multi-accounting, because I can really see somebody creating a whole bunch of accounts. So say we give out one unskilled worker to a new user. Say I have 12 accounts and I have 3 buildings. I can every day just use those different accounts, put them in my building, so I personally don't have to buy and upgrade my building NFT, my skilled workers for my buildings. What's the new trust scores? Rent to loyalty is a better way to put.
Wax IO introducing trust. Crypto wallet trust scores. I've not heard of this. This is
Yeah.
Zooler staying on the cutting edge of things.
Oh, Chain Champs. Yeah, I see them. They're on. I know what I was talking about. They're on. I see them on Twitter all the time. Nah, Zan. I mean, Van. I totally agree with you. This has been. We have like the thing that's great about this community is also, you know, double-edged swords is the community in the Web3 and Wax especially. People are really really smart. They're really really
Yeah.
smart. So they will find a way to exploit it, and like you said, it's probably not even worth it. So I'm gonna put that deep in my back of my mind, and move forward like you guys said about other game features and kind of ignore that free play model for a while. You are a daily dose of Waxula, so we really appreciate you, guy.
Definitely.
Trust me. Hey, well, Franklin, we've been on for like a little bit. Want to do a quick giveaway and before we continue?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I actually had pulled it up here.
Let's show off my favorite game trailer. For anybody who's new to us, who came from the raid.
All right, in honor of Neon Space raiding us, we're going to do exclamation neon.
I saw Jay-Z in the chat. Jay-Z, you're going to be happy. Flushed out. I worked on the wireframes today for sending the bulk skill workers to work. There's quite a few business moves there. I'll share them with you later. And do you have besides the Vibora video, do you have one of the other ones?
Got the water.
Yeah, sure, the water one. We really should have.
The water we've never put on. I never got clearance yet to put it on YouTube.
Yeah, you can't. Don't. Yeah, they're waiting to see what they want to do with those.
The Vibora was the only one that's on YouTube, and I don't remember where I saw it, but I think I saw a Jiwa.
Yeah, I saw that one too. The Vibora is my favorite. I don't know if it's because it was the first one or it was because of the voice. I love that voice, that character.
Yeah.
Whoever did that voice did an amazing job. Let's show off the water one in the video.
All right, let me get that pulled up while everybody else is still putting in exclamation Novo. Not exclamation Novo. I'm sorry, exclamation neon. I'm so used to saying exclamation Novo.
And they're joining us in a pack break later this month.
All right, let's see here. We'll watch the trailer real quick while we're waiting on that. Exclamation neon, and I'm taking over the screen for a second.
You know what, Frank? No one gave me a compliment on my haircut. I got a haircut today. No one gave me a compliment. I feel like...
I started to say something about it because when I first got on stream with you had your head down looking at your phone, and I had started to mention that you didn't have your hat on, and then I said, well, in my brain I was going, well, he don't want to mess up that fire hairdo he's got going right now.
I was on a podcast with More Cheese and Benson and Upland one, and they complimented my haircut. Do I gotta join the Upland community or what?
No, I mean, you could join them, but you don't leave here. All right, here we go. I'm playing this trailer now.
Thank you, Left Action House. Appreciate you.
All right, and you said the Vibora video and the Water Realm Amonzi video?
Let's just do the Water Realm. We always show off the Vibora one.
All right, I'm gonna spin while I locate this Water Realm one.
Awesome.
All right, here we go.
Guys, we got some. We're already working on next month's calendar schedule because you were kind of late giving this to you guys this month because we were so focused on a token last month. But we got a big podcast gonna happen, a stream It's gonna be us, Alcor. It will be Mohammed from Animoca Brands. He leads the tokenomics over there, and it'll be Lucas from Wax. We're going to talk about tokenomics and good gaming mechanics with tokenomics on stream. So very excited about that. Just finalizing what dates because we're all across the globe on different time zones. But that's definitely going to be a good one with Nova, Alcor, Wax, and Animoca. Having a good conversation around it.
All right, Inye is our first winner. We'll do 3 of them, and I'm actually going to give away, since we're not doing a ton of giveaways on this stream, I'm giving premium dead draw tickets for these.
Frankly, you know when we're gonna do a lot of giveaways?
Oh, I know where we're going to do it. We're doing a lot of live giveaways day after tomorrow.
We're doing a lot of giveaways day after tomorrow, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Swag.
Some swag.
Swag, cards, no mythics. I'm sorry. Maybe some packs. I don't know. I gotta see what we got to give away.
You could be giving away a mythic to one of the big 6 if they open it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of packs there. I'm gonna have extra stuff for the big 6.
The new Domino is our second winner.
The question is, Frank, do we want to do another one of those 25 creative pack breaks? That's the real question. Somebody DM me asking about it.
I think we need to.
We might need to.
We need to, but we sure need to shuffle the packs.
The new Domino. Nice to meet you. Yeah, Zula. I heard the Alco guy's pretty cool.
All right, you guys that are winning here, make sure you go fill out this document here with your, if you hadn't already. I don't know if I've got the new Domino in there. I know I've got Inye and Trick Switch.
Definitely, if you're new to our project, check it out on YouTube. We have a lot of fun videos there of our pack breaks and our game and just more trailers. And if you really want to see some more videos about our project, Warrior Line has basically a video for every single feature we have. Some are a little outdated because we made some enhancements from y'all feedback, but basically they're pretty straightforward.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, there's Trick Switch. All right, I found this video. Let's see. Let me pull it up here.
Where the rays of light dance to the current's flow, it is here you will find me. My name is Amanzi, and the realm of water is my home. My peaceful village hovers the source of all life and speaks to me wherever I go. Of course, life is not always easy, and sometimes I do what I must to survive. As a family, we live side by side with our brothers and sisters of the sea, working to protect all that is sacred. If I or any of my tribe mask our smiles, it is only then that you must fear for your own. Water is very gentle and kind, but should you get caught in her currents, it is with your life that you must pay. Bring your curious mind and a thirst for her knowledge, and our homes will always be open to you. My journeys teach me much and show me the truth. My knowledge flows from her depths and mysteries. Weightless, we live with boundaries unknown. Take my hand and allow me to guide you. Your intentions will determine if you sink or swim.
It's good stuff.
Awesome. Well, I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. I think I got some homework to do. I owe you guys a more, I think, a high level roadmap of what's going on next.
You got a lot
And
of good. You got a lot of good information out of this stream.
oh, I got a lot of good information. I totally did. It's gonna change some things. Well, this is the next big thing that we're gonna be releasing. At first, when I put it on the roadmap, this is sending bulk skill workers to work. I was like, that's gonna be simple, like not that big of work, but there's gonna be different ways people want to configure this. But this is also gonna introduce the new layout for Novopangea, because you know how we cut it down to 11 districts, Frank.
Yeah.
So we're actually gonna be updating that with this, because this is gonna be the first time that travel time is gonna play. And if we're gonna be going down this path around attacking different districts, you're gonna start formulating stronger districts. So travel time will start to apply in this. And I can go into it more. I think I'll go into this more in a little bit more detail after I flush everything out and have dev approve it. Because I don't want to say anything that the dev team can't implement.
Right.
Or doesn't want to implement.
So let me ask you about this right here, because we've talked a little bit about it before. If I've got plenty of buildings and I bulk send workers to work, is it just going to stop whenever it gets to a certain point, like fills up my storage? Because I think we had talked about, we weren't sure if we was going to let it scroll over and automatically transfer into Obsidian.
No, this won't. No, bulk skill workers will not do that. This will not be part of that at all. I think that will be, the overflow automatic go to Obsidian. People, we were talking about that on Discord like a couple weeks ago, and a few people DM me, is like, whoa.
Yeah, a few people didn't want that.
Storage, right? So
Yeah.
that takes away a big
Right.
part of the game and
I
mechanic,
agree.
and makes people not have to upgrade storage, and that's a good drain for us. And strategy too of how you manage your resources. So like I
Right.
posted in Discord, there's pros and cons. We really got away, and actually some community people are against that and some people are for it. I think from today's brainstorming session, there could be a way to have it overflow into a district pot that can then be kicked back into some type of rewards type of thing through events or missions, or maybe that's what people steal when they do district raids. I don't know. But I think that's where I'm personally leaning towards. If we introduce that mechanic, it will be towards the district, because you're still getting penalized for not upgrading your storage.
Yeah, I like that, because right now it's like with me, I don't remember what level I'm at, but I can do I think it's almost 12,000 of each resource before I have to sell off. So it's getting to the point now where I would rather go ahead and upgrade so that I can just store more before I have to do that. So yeah, it definitely is a benefit to upgrade, for sure.
Yeah, and it's like for me, the way I do it is every day before I leave, after managing it, I have basically 1,000 building materials in mind, just so I can pay for anybody coming my things. I have like almost no food left, and I have quite a bit of energy because of my residential buildings.
Right.
And then by the time I usually log in the next day, it's filled. Not to the top, but it's filled up. It's filled enough. Because my storage is high enough. But if I skip a day, if I miss a day, then I'm screwed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I lose resources. Like this morning, I didn't. Yesterday, it was my son's birthday, so I didn't play that much of our game. And I logged in today, and I was just like, oh shit. So. Yeah. So I have some homework to do. And to give you guys a better roadmap of high level milestones. Tomorrow I am QAing the the CPU updates and the ability to we're kind of decoupling the way we chained the smart contracts to allow us to do more than 10 skill workers or 10 land renewals at a time for the bulk action. That drives me absolutely insane. So with that should be in QA. That should be in QA so I can review it tomorrow. So that is this week going on, and some other little bug stuff that you guys reported on. This is I think in my eyes our next biggest release. Like I said, I didn't think it was really gonna be that big, but now looking at all the use cases and requirements, it's a decent amount of work. So that would be next, and like I mentioned, a lot of people talking about leaderboards, and we do want to introduce the PFPs because if you haven't seen them, they're absolutely amazing. The PFPs are right here. We want to introduce those, and they were mainly going to be used just for the story path, but they're too cool, they're too pretty not to have it inside your game as your own avatar. Especially if we do leaderboards, you want to see your face next to it. You want Mickey Dubs wants to see Miko next to it. So we'll get that into the game next month. But yeah, we have the level 5 buildings coming up, skill workers. That artwork's already done. I know we shared some of that artwork. We have our level 3 town hall coming up. We showed some of that artwork, and to Zlat's point, we need to probably get that sooner than later out there. So those are like the high level stuff right now. That's going to be happening, rest of this month and next. But I owe you guys a more detailed timeline around this stuff: events, PvP, your ideas from today, more district buildings. So I'll get that to you guys. Maybe we can go over it next week if you want. If you guys enjoy this brainstorming session, I'm happy to do another one next week if you want. Just let me know. And if you want, we can go over the timeline. You can the roadmap, and you can give me feedback. A big whoa, Mike, why are you prioritizing this over that? And we can have a discussion about it. So yeah, and a lot of people talked about actually buying the NFTs inside of the game instead of going nifty. I would love that too personally. Because that would help, I think personally, a lot more with conversion. And I know it'll help you guys out because you don't have to have that additional 5% transaction fee. You don't have to wait every 2 weeks until we add the global the global staking level. So like that's something too that I would like to do too. So that might bump something out if you guys say it's more important in district buildings. Yeah, so I think I owe you guys that. Let me know if you guys felt this is beneficial and you enjoyed it. And if you want, we can do this again next week, maybe Tuesday, if that seems like that works for everybody. And we can kind of go over the roadmap. So definitely just let us know in Discord, and I think we can do that. What are your thoughts, Frank?
I think this would be a popular stream. I like it. People love to have their input heard, and especially the fact that you're not just sitting here going, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. You're making notes, and I know from talking to you that this stuff is important, and most if not almost all of this stuff will eventually end up implemented because I know you like a lot of these ideas.
Oh yeah, and today was even beneficial just hearing from everybody about the whole like renting out the NFTs to the people. Like that has been on my mind, and it takes up when I'm in the shower thinking about. I always think about Nova everywhere: shower, playing my kids, driving, and that has been taken threads in my mind, and now I don't need to think about that because quite a few people said, like most of you said, it's not worth it, Mike.
I know you think about it. I know you think about it. I know you think about it everywhere because I've gotten phone calls in the middle of you being on the golf course. And you're like, hey, I was just thinking about this.
I won't lie. I do some of my best thinking on the golf course. I'm not even joking. I really I prefer playing golf alone, and I actually the worst I do playing golf is because I'm thinking more and more about requirements or problems within the in our project that I'm trying to solve. But that's where I do such great thinking, and I start taking notes and memos while I'm playing because it's just I'm not distracted by other things, so it's actually very helpful. All right, so Fabulous Wish you like it. So maybe we'll do this again. So I'm gonna work on it, guys. That's my homework assignment. I owe you guys outside of, the current stuff we're working on. Um, a more detailed, higher level roadmap for probably next 3 to 6 months. I don't like to promise anything past that, just because obviously different things pop up from your feedback, from bugs, from user experience, and quality of life issues. So yeah, I'll do that for you guys, and then I guess we can meet next Tuesday. But I don't know if you guys noticed, we have a big special this week. Thanking you all for our 50th pack break. I can't believe we got to 50. That's amazing. They're very popular. They usually always sell out, and so we definitely we bumped down our prices on our packs for writers packs and creative packs in Nefty and in the shop. And so you take advantage of those now. I think Warwick said it ends on Sunday. And there's also a promo code for anything else in the shop. I think it's Break 50.
Break 50.
And if you didn't, we send an email for this information. So if you're not in our email, definitely sign up for our project, right? Create an account, sign up for our project, then you get our emails. But yeah, you can get 20% off swag, individual assets. So if you're new to our project, you're like, hey, you know what, man? I want to buy packs. I don't understand the creative credit model. It's too difficult. You can just come here and you can buy individual game assets, whether it's land, buildings, bundles. The bundles are very popular because you get some land, building, skill workers. So these are all, again, 20% off. If you prefer to pay with wax instead of USD, just DM me and we'll figure it out. I don't want to make your life difficult. So if you say, hey, you know what, I don't have fiat, but I have plenty of wax, so I'll just pay with wax. Just DM me. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So that's it. Follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to get to 5,000 followers, just like Zula did. Congratulations, buddy. But yeah, I guess next Thursday is our break. This Thursday.
Day after tomorrow.
And then Friday we have the More You Novo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be good. I talked to Rich. We're really gonna start answering these questions for our chapter 1 stuff. So he's gonna be coming up with the scenarios, and you guys are gonna start dictating the
making the decisions,
voting on the lore. It's starting Friday. So join if you care about the lore of Novopangea. You're gonna start making decisions. So it's gonna be important to join those streams.
And those decisions will translate into the cards too.
Yep. They'll change it. Yep. The project, the games. We're talking about a whole bunch of different stuff there. All right. Yeah. I'll see you guys in Discord. Ping me. Let me know if this was helpful or not. You put it in the group chat. I mean, the general chat. If not, we won't do it again. But I got a lot of out of it, so I appreciate it.
We're gonna do it again.
Sounds good. I think I rambled so much we lost like 20 viewers.
That's all right.
Sorry, everybody.
All right, y'all all.
Let's do one more giveaway. Just do one more spin, please.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll do one more before we go.
We'll do one more for everybody who waited to listen to my ramble. Since you listened to me ramble on like a little honey badger, we got to give away some stuff for you.
All right, we're gonna do exclamation Novo this time. Exclamation Novo. Let me pull it up here.
Yeah, I'm taking a look. Quite a few people dipped out. Like, oh, crap, just fucking talking again.
Well, and now they know they left too soon.
Yeah, that's why. The Yocreati monologue is boring, man. I'm like, you should play with the Oscars just happened. You should play the music, Franklin. Like, you should get a music button. That would be funny as hell. And I stop rambling, just hit the button, Franklin.
Just hit the button and it mutes you.
Shut up.
It mutes you and cranks the music up.
Can you do a mute button for me? That would be hysterical. I'm fine if you do that.
Yeah, well, I guess I could. Let's see if I can mute you. What if that's me?
Would I know I'm muted though? You have to let me know I'm muted because I have to know it.
All right, can anybody hear him talking now? Can y'all hear him? I turned him down to 15%. They said it worked. Oh no, they said no. Oh, so y'all can't hear him?
No, they can't hear me. I don't think they can hear me. We'll figure this out. This will be fun. You can mute me whenever you want, buddy. Oh man, we'll figure this out.
I said yes, we can't. So yeah, I could turn. I could.
Is there a way they can mute me or play the music?
Oh yeah, that's what I have to do. Yeah, here we go. Let's see.
Let the community mute me when I'm talking too much. All right, Yocreati, you're rambling. I know the goat will always do it in the pack break. Stop rambling. Fucking open my packs. Open my packs.
Here we go. I turn you down.
Oh man, that's too funny.
There we go. And I said, hold on, I got to reconnect the chat now. Okay, now everybody type in exclamation Novo. See, he's talking and nobody can hear him now. Nobody can hear him.
I love it.
All right, I got him turned back up now.
Okay. I did notice though, guys. I was taking a look when he muted me. We did get more viewers. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, good.
That's an ego blow to me. Wow. Shots at my ego, guy. I love it. I love it.
Oh man! All right, I'm spinning this wheel in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Yeah, I enjoyed this stream, Mike. I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it works out good.
I really like the idea of sabotaging each other's district.
Look who won.
The goat.
The goat.
The goat was here. The goat didn't give any ideas. The goat, you should have gave some ideas, guy. I would have definitely listened to you. You have a soft spot in my heart, the goat.
He's like, don't worry about it. I'll DM you. Here, we'll spin it one more time. That'll be an even 5 premium dead draw ticket to send out.
Beautiful.
Did you see that in my giveaway announcement that the 5 dead draw winners from the last stream that one person won 3 spots in that?
Good for them.
Marcelinic.
Good for them.
All right.
Cool.
You have a good night, my friend. Everybody else, you guys have a good night, and we will see you all on Thursday evening. Make sure you eat your Wheaties and get your rest.
All right, take care, everybody.
All right, see you later.